Welcome back to Healthy Living for our discussion with author and film producer Mike Anderson on how our dietary choices are so crucial to preventing and reversing illnesses. Here, Mr. Anderson discusses the fact that prominent members of the medical community support the vegan diet for treating heart disease.
Two doctors have estimated that 75 to 85% of the people in the hospital are there because of their diets. You got the broken arms and car accidents and that sort of thing. But the vast majority are there because of the diet. Dean Ornish, for example, he did the foundation study for reversing heart disease, and it was published in peer-reviewed journals, and he is very, very credible. John McDougall's another one, Joel Furman's another one, Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn from the Cleveland Clinic, he's another one. He has the longest heart disease reversal study ever out there, but he is reversing heart disease with diet and eating. I interviewed Neil Pinckney. He was scheduled for emergency bypass operation, and what he did was he walked away from it. He knew what that involved, and what he did, he set out to discover on his own how to reverse his heart disease. He went on the internet, he finally discovered Dr. Dean Ornish in his book. What happened with him is amazing because he couldn't walk 200 feet without experiencing severe angina. And within 2 weeks after changing his diet, the angina was gone, almost all gone. Within 2 months, it was completely gone. 7 months later, he was running in an 8.5-mile marathon and finished in the middle of the pack. Now, here's a guy scheduled for emergency bypass surgery. 7 months later, he's in a marathon. No drug in existence, no operation can do that. Bypasses are a temporary fix. Angioplasty is a temporary fix. Statin drugs, they just allow you to continue living with the disease. They don't cure it. Diet is the only cure for that. And so I was stunned. I wanted to get something out to help promote the message.
Mike Anderson believes that to truly enjoy optimum health, one must be a healthy vegan. This means avoiding refined foods as well.
Bad food means food that has too much saturated fat, that has cholesterol in it, that has a lot of toxins in it, is contaminated. When you look at our beef supply, for example, or any animal supply, they are eating crops that are heavy with pesticides. In fact, crops destined to be fed to cattle, there are virtually no regulations on the pesticides they can spray on the crops. So, in fact, 95% of the pesticide intake comes from animal foods that we eat. Bad foods are refined foods, your white bread, the refined sugar with their simple sugars, but vegetable oils too, because it's a refined food. You don't see vegetable oil cans hanging off trees or anything like that.
Many misconceptions surround the consumption of fish.
What would you say to people who think, okay, fish doesn't have fats and cholesterol and that? What would you say to them?
Well, fish does have fat, it does have cholesterol. You look at your salmon, people are eating fish because of omega-3s. Well, where'd the omega-3s come from originally? The algae that they eat off plant foods have plenty of omega-3s. Fish, the average salmon is 60% fat, it's full of cholesterol. Shrimp is the highest amount of cholesterol per calorie of any animal on the planet. Yeah, it's no different, it just has a fin instead of a hoof. That's about the only difference between a fish and a cow.
Governments definitely have a vital role to play in changing the way people eat.
The problem to me is all of these bad foods are subsidized. Sugar industry subsidized, meat and dairy subsidized. Every bad food has heavy, heavy subsidies behind it. We're talking billions, tens of billions of dollars worth of subsidies to prop them up. Now, these same people who run these industries are all saying, oh, I like the free enterprise system and no government interference. Well, we want a free market. Well, I agree with them. Let's have a free market. Let's get rid of the subsidies altogether. The health of the nation will improve 1,000% because of it. Milk and dairy will be too expensive. Sugar will be too expensive. all of these are political subsidies going in to artificially support that market. So I'm in favor of free markets. Let them be free, and our health will improve. That's, to me, the bottom line, because anyone will tell you who knows, there's a direct connection between what we're eating and the diseases we're getting. The linchpin behind that is the subsidies that allow this food to be so cheap. And that's why people are eating so much.
Would the governments, what do you think their role could be in this? What could the governments do to improve the nation's health and, change our diets?
Just get rid of the subsidies. That'll do it overnight. Let the market take care of it.
Our esteemed viewers, it was very much a pleasure to have you join us today for this edition of Healthy Living. May God's grace be with you.